안녕하세요, 안원입니다. 제가 지금 이 리코딩을 하는 이유는 일단 누가 시켜서 하는 것도 있지만 일단 말을 더 잘하는 연습을 하기 위해서도 있고, 그리고 그냥 요즘 책을 읽은 지 오래되어서 이렇게라도 조금이라도 읽게 하는 거예요. 자, 제가 그냥 요즘에 탑라에 많이 보이는 Brother의 영어 버전을 읽을 거거든요. 지금 보고 있는 버전은 이제 그냥 거기 Brother 이제 Brother 이제 Cory Doctorow 작가분이 이제 블로그에 올라와 있는 이제 무료 HTML 파일입니다. 네. Brother이고요. 이제 작가님은 이제 Cory Doctorow. 그리고 이게 그거는 Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share Alike 3.0 라이선스에 있고요. 그러니까 이 말은 이제 저도 이제 공유하거나 리믹스하는 게 가능합니다. 그리고 이제 링크를 이제 제가 아래에 둘 건데요. 거기에 이제 더 많이 쓰여 있으니까 그것을 이제 보시면 됩니다. 네. 그럼 이제 인트로부터 시작할게요. 이거 에디팅 없이 하려니까 계속 말이 버벅거리고 참 힘드네요. Introduction. I wrote Little Brother in a white-hot fury between May 7th, 2007 and July 2nd, 2007. Exactly 8 weeks from the day I thought it up to the day I finished it. Alice, to whom this book is dedicated, had to put up with me clacking out the final chapter at 5 a.m. in our hotel in Rome, where we were celebrating our anniversary. I'd always dreamed of having a book just materialize, fully formed, and come pouring out of my fingertips. No sweat and fuss. But it wasn't nearly as much fun as I thought it would be. There were days when I wrote 10,000 words, hunching over my keyboard in airports, on subways and taxis, anywhere I could type. The book was trying to get out of my head no matter what, and I missed so much sleep and so many meals that friends started to ask if I was unwell. When my dad was a young university student in 1960s, he was one of the few counterculture people who thought computers were a good thing. For most young people, computers represented the dehumanization of a society. University students were reduced to numbers or on a punch card, each bearing the legend, "Do not bend, spindle, fold, or mutilate," prompting some of the students to wear pins that said, "I am a student. Do not bend, spindle, fold, or mutilate me." Computers were seen as a means to increase the ability of the authorities to regiment people and bend them to their will. When I was 17, the world seemed like it was just going to get more free. The Berlin Wall was about to come down. Computers, which had been geeky and weird a few years before, were everywhere. And the modem I'd used to connect to local bulletin board systems were now connecting me to the entire world through the internet and commercial online services like Genie. My lifelong fascination with activists' causes went into overdrive as I saw how the main difficulty in activism, organizing, was getting easier by leaps and bounds. I still remember the first time I switched from mailing out a newsletter with handwritten addresses to using a database with mail merge. In the Soviet Union, communications tools were being used to bring information and revolution to the farthest flung corners of the largest authoritarian state the earth had ever seen. But 17 years later, things are very different. The computers I love are being co-opted, used to spy on us, control us, snitch on us. The National Security Agency has illegally wiretapped the entire USA and had gotten away with it. Car rental companies and mass transit and traffic authorities are watching where we go, sending us automated tickets, thanking us out to busybodies, cops, and bad guys who gain illicit access to their databases. The Transport Security Administration maintains a no-fly list of people who had never been convicted of any crime, but who are nevertheless considered too dangerous to fly. The list's contents are secret. The rule that makes it enforceable is secret. The criteria for being added to the list are secret. It has 40-year-olds on it, and US senators, and degraded veterans, actual war heroes. The 17-year-olds I know understand to a nicety just how dangerous a computer can be. The authoritarian nightmare of the 1960s had come home to them. The seductive little boxes on their desks and their pockets watched their every move, crawled them in, systematically depriving them of those new freedoms I had enjoyed and made such good use of in my young adulthood. What's more, kids are clearly being used as guinea pigs for a new kind of technological state that all of us were on our way to. A world where taking a picture was either piracy, in a movie theater or museum or even a Starbucks, or terrorism in a public place. But where we could be photographed, tracked, and logged hundreds of times a day by every tin pot dictator, cop, bureaucrat, and shopkeeper. A world where any measure, including torture, could be justified just by waving your hands and shouting, "Terrorism! 9/11! Terrorism!" until all dissent fell silent. We don't have to go down that road. If you love freedom, if you think the human condition is dignified by privacy, by the right to be left alone, by the right to explore your weird ideas provided that you don't hurt others, then you have common cause with the kids whose web browsers and cell phones are being used to lock them up and follow them around. If you believe that the answer to bad speech is more speech, not censorship, then you have a dog in the fight. If you believe in a society of laws, a land where our rulers have to tell us the rules, and have to follow them too, then you're in the same struggle that kids fight when they argue for the right to live under the same Bill of Rights that adults have. This book is meant to be part of the conversation about what an information society means. Does it mean total control or unheard of liberty? It's not just a noun, it's a verb. It's something you do. 네, 오늘은 여기서 마치겠습니다. 와, 이거 은근 긴장되네요. 내가 왜 지금 이걸 하고 있는 거지? 하여튼 네,